live in Montana, but I'm staying with my aunt.
Oh.
She's up in Pleasant View,
Oh.
so she's up just past Ogden.
Yeah.
But me, I live about 9 to 10 hours from here.
How cold does it get up there? Pretty cold, huh?
During the summer, it gets about 80, 90 degrees, and then during the winter, the lowest it gets is usually about -10 to -20.
I would die up there.
It doesn't happen all the time, just once in a while.
I like your skirt.
I don't do well with the cold.
Oh yeah?
Sorry?
Oh, come on. My thing went dark again. That's good. Hello.
I got full.
My screen's dark, but I don't want to redo the thing.
I was like, why does this taste funny? You would have killed me.
She would have tried.
Only a little bit. Well, not around. I'm just going to check again. Alright, love you. Love you. Hey, Dory.
Hey, I made a little UA scripty thing up there. That's what I do when I'm here. It's a dollar.
Okay, this is bugging me. I can't see this.
Okay.
Hello. My screen's black, so I can't see who's on there.
What'd you break it?
Apparently, sometimes when I try and share my live stream, that it ends up going black when I go back to it. So apparently they can see me because it's happened before, but I can't see myself.
Well, shit.
Hi everybody. Hello Lilo. How's it going? Minar dear. Hello. How's everybody going? So I'm here at an anime convention right now. I'm trying to talk about the real life anime city that I'm trying to build. I have flyers and I have cards out here handing them out. Why is your YouTube profile name Pooper? It was hello Amato. Poopy, yeah. Originally, when I first started my YouTube, it was just so I could watch videos, and that was actually a password I was using for my Ark. There's a game called Ark, Survival Evolved, and that was the password to get into the server. So it's sort of a throwback to the old days. Hello, Amato. Yeah, I'm here trying to get a non-profit started so I can try and build a real-life anime city. A city, like full-on city. Schools, firefighters, the entire bit.
She was like, I need help too.
But based off of the anime we've come to love. Thanks. I know, a lot of people... I have way too much time on my hands. Oh, sweet. Thanks for subscribing.
I really should.
It's much appreciated. Right now, all I'm trying to do is just get the word out, trying to talk to as many people as I can. I really suck with technology, so I'm going around talking to people face to face. And I honestly, Honestly, it's been doing all good. How old are you? I'm 40.
She took her phone.
Don't look like it, but I'm 40.
Oh my god, the duckies!
Oh yes, would you like
But yeah, I'd like to try and talk to all kinds of people. Newscasts, podcasters. I'm willing to talk to whoever. Do something fun like Roblox. Matter of fact, I actually do. I play Minecraft on occasion. Hello, Melissa. But yeah, I do. Your dad is 4+. I hope he's 4 years old and older. But yeah, I'm trying to get the word out, and that's all I really can do. The more people that get involved in this, the whole better. Eventually, Dad is 41. I see. Amato. Trying to remember. Amato sounds familiar.
But then afterwards, they just stopped the show for like.
Hello.
People who are making Attack on Titan sit in the water.
How would you feel if you had?
And so they just open up the
Is it just the one or do you want to?
How would you feel if I had that many? Shoot, I'd be thrilled to have that many people. Because then at least I'd be able to get the message out a whole lot better. Or at least a whole lot easier anyways. Honestly, I'm not necessarily trying to grow my channel per se, but instead I'm trying to get the information out there. Hello. And so having that many people, that would be a little bit nerve-wracking, but at the same time, I just simply have to get it past it. You know, because there's only one way to get the word out, and that's through having a whole bunch of people see me. Thank you for subbing to me. It's appreciated. But yeah, I would like to change a bunch of stuff that we're doing in our culture, or our society, should I say. Like changing the prison reform, firefighting, schooling, the whole entire... Are you able to play Minecraft on stream? Unfortunately not. Maybe if I got home where I have my Starlink, because I live up in Montana in the middle of mountains. That's the only way I can get internet, and it's really fast. But once I drive back home and I get home, I could probably do some live stream like on Twitch. I have done a few Twitch streams, but it's usually been mobile videos, or not videos, mobile games. I don't really get very many people on it, so I'll get like one viewer, and that's usually about it. I don't have any kids. I'm single, no kids. I do want to have some though. At some point, I want to have some kids. One boy and one girl, and I'm good. I mean, I'm a kid. Well, you know, that depends on what kind of kid you are. I mean, technically, I'm a child, but you know, I'm still an adult. At least I like to think I am. Oh. Yeah, I try to stay away from both religion and politics as much as possible. I think both religion and politics have created way too much friction in society, and it's not good having a us versus them type of mentality. So you're basically like my mom then. She has 3 brothers and 1 kid.
Get your card reader over here. Card.
She has 3 brothers and 1 sister. I'm an only kid, only child. So how you guys doing? You know, ironically, having these three people is the most I've had on extended on one time, and I just had to say something. Now it's down to 2 people. Sweet, sweet. What you guys been up to? Just ate breakfast? I actually did that just, I want to say, about an hour and a half ago myself. I ended up having Arby's.
He's like,
There isn't any Arby's up where I live, so got to get it whenever I go out traveling and I see it. I'm not the kind of person that can have I'm not the kind of person that can have breakfast food too often, like the whole eggs and all that. The breakfast type food, I just, after what, 20 something years of it, you get tired. So I tend to eat the non-breakfast related food for breakfast. Oh, and this is the design I'm going for. The reason why I went with that is to help with people pulling big rigs, pulling flatbed trailers, that kind of stuff. Makes it easier for them to make the turns. I would try and show you guys more, but I can't see my screen. It's all black for some reason.
These are 10.
I don't know what happens, but sometimes when I share the stream to my Discord, it
These are 10.
makes my screen black.
3 or 2 for 5. And then
So, unfortunately, I can't see what you guys can see.
10.
But I do have posters for anybody who's new on here. I have posters. And business cards. I'm a good drawer. Well, it's grid paper, so it's not that great. I'm in Utah right now. Sandy, Utah, to be specific, at a anime convention. I don't prescribe to any specific religion. I find any organized religion that says that they're the one true religion to be a little bit far-fetched, because I don't think anybody knows the truth. We're just all guessing at it. So, you mentioned that you were a Muslim before. Me personally, I just don't get into the religion thing. I've studied a few different ones, actually several different ones.
Just those 2.
Even the Muslim religion, I've spoken to plenty of Muslims, and I can't get into any of them. The closest I could get into was the pagan religions, but even then, those were just their origin stories and stuff just didn't make. Yeah, I'm familiar with the name.
I did it, so I had to make the face like.
You're 8? Well, congratulations. I wish I was 8 again. Hello. Trying to build an actual city. Schools, firefighters, police officers, the whole works, but based off anime. So think, for example, you guys know what a Shinobi Academy is? Think Shinobi Academy for high school PE rather than just regular PE. Also things like, you can take whatever you want. I'm also planning on changing basically the entire way society is structured and functions. Like, for example, the politics of it. Each one of these is going to be its own anime district, like One Piece district, Naruto district, and so forth.
You do genres instead.
What's that?
You do genres instead, so it's there's more options.
Well, consider how many anime there are out there. there's gonna, like, for example, One Piece. How many One Piece fans are out there? They're so dedicated to One Piece that it would want to live in it, or Naruto.
I do too.
So it can go with other anime. The reason why I'm not going with genres is because then it's sort of like a mix of a bunch of different things. Whereas if I just go with districts, so like how they have Chinatown, for example, and then each district can vote for their leader. They have familiar surroundings. The people that are around them are interested in similar things. Obviously, you can go to other districts. You're not just stuck with the one you're in. But to talk about the politics part of it, I'm thinking of going with a council rather than a mayor. Because right now, the way cities are built, it's a mayor running everything. Whereas if you have each district voting for its own leader, at the end, or once a year, those leaders get together as a council, sort of like the Reverie in One Piece.
Yeah.
They get together and they go, okay, we need to put funding here, we need to put this much funding here. They can, like, potholes or such and such needs.
Part-timer!
Not you.
The devil is a part-timer!
That is the wrong show. That is the. He's not blonde.
There is a blonde character though.
Yeah, but he's not blonde. The one that works at the restaurant is not blonde.
That's why I was questioning. I was like,
Wait a minute.
That's why they didn't look at you.
Yep.
Either that or you scared them.
well,
Some people
So-
have called me up for my cosplays in the past, and I just didn't. Underneath this, I'm extremely blonde. How was your guys?
So
You look so good.
right now I'm trying to start a nonprofit to get this launched.
Your death could have been avoided. I feel sorry for you.
What?
Oh, you look like you're the character from Mouthwash. I was like,
I
your
am.
death could, yeah, I was like, your death could have been avoided. You were innocent.
Which anime is that?
It's a game.
It's not. It's a video game.
Oh, it's a video game?
It's called Mouthwashing.
Oh, that's why I don't know it. I can sort of see what you're talking about with the genres, though, because of how many different genres there are. I was thinking it'd be a lot better to have districts that are fashioned after one specific type of anime, so that it's actually more unified in that area. I can go on for like 2 or 3 hours about the different things I want to change and how they would be implemented within the city and amongst each other and things like that. But I don't think you guys want to stand there for 2 or 3 hours. My YouTube channel does have a bunch of videos, but they're all unedited because I absolutely suck at technology. I'm more of a hands-on guy. I do wildland firefighting as a career and a little bit of construction. This is actually a picture of me that I put in Chat GPT and was like, turning me into a cartoon character or an anime character. And that's what it ended up with. So, but yeah, I'm just right now trying to spread the word. If you guys would be willing to at least talk to people and say, hey, I heard about this. Would you be interested? I can only talk to so many people at once. You know what I mean? When the first day I was here, I did go walking around talking to people, but I felt a little awkward. So it's like almost going up to a girl and asking for her number. It's like, I don't know about this. So I actually wasn't even supposed to be sitting here, but one of the guys that work here or work for anime, he's like, yeah, you can go ahead and have a table. Tell you what, I've had a lot more success sitting here and being able to socialize with people than I did walking around. Because walking around, it's random. Whereas with here, people actually have a reason for stopping and going, hey, what's this?
Yeah.
So, sweet, thank you. Have a good day.
Listening?
Hello. Your favorite thing is acting? Can't tell if you guys can see me, if I'm faced the right way. So how are you guys doing? Oh, and by the way, Oh, sorry, you guys already answered that. By the way, the reason I'm even live streaming right now is because, bro, I was scared if I left your stream. Don't worry, I won't find you and string you up by your toes. But no, the reason I'm even doing this stream right now is so that I can have it in a video later on, so that people could actually hear the different things. What chip do I like? I prefer Kettle brand salt and vinegar chips. I'm a salt and vinegar chips kind of guy, but I also do like the cheddar. Was it cheddar and sour cream? I want to say Ruffles. I'll eat a bunch of different kind of chips, but those are the two that I'll generally look for first. Ruffles is decent. They have different kinds of brands too. I mainly go with the Ruffles cheddar and sour cream because of the flavor. But if there's other brands out there too that I happen to come across and see that flavor, I'm like, oh hey. But generally I go for the salt and vinegar. Yeah, you like the hot fries? Ooh, actually, that's another one that I oddly like. I don't like spicy stuff, but for some reason, I actually like the Flaming Hot Cheetos. It's one of those things where I tried it. I was like, I don't know if I'll like it, but somebody gave me some to try out of a little bag of it that they had. I was like, ooh, actually, that sort of tastes good. I'll sit down and eat like half a bag of them at a time, too.
Yeah, but then you could like leave it around the house and see if shit enticing.
Yeah, I got people walking past. I don't want to show, for privacy reasons, I don't want to be showing them, but hello. But I got people walking past my table that I'm at. It's really bugging me that I can't see the footage. When will I end the stream? I will end the stream when my battery gets too low or it hits 4 o'clock. If my past experiences, I'm eating it right now. Oh, okay. If my past 2 days live streaming tells me anything, then nice hair. Then I'd end up being on here for roughly about 2.5 hours total. So another couple of hours. I'll do like yesterday when my battery got down to like 20%. My battery's at 90 something right now. 92 is where it's at right now. But yeah, yesterday what I did is I just streamed until I got down to 20%, and then I was like,
Mini plastic baby.
plastic baby?
With a comb over. Don't you steal my plastic baby. What's supposed to ride my mini duck? To victory! Please worry
What?
about it.
You said to victory, so I said and beyond.
To victory,
I've been-
fuckers.
I've been working on that voice for years now. It's really hard to do certain word letters.
Nobody move.
My sister. My sister is able to do it really. Like she can get.
My evil Donald laugh was the beginning. It was the very first thing I did on it. It was my evil Donald laugh. Oh, you asked what time it was? It's 12 o'clock right now. So we still got 4 hours to go. It's not that big of a deal. I haven't been home in about as long too. At least, well, actually, I was gonna say at least you don't have as far to drive as me, but I can't say that. I don't know. Where? I'm Montana. I have about a 9 to 10 hour drive from here.
At least your drive is prettier than ours.
Oh my god, that's...
At least what?
At least your drive is pretty.
Yeah, I like.
One good thing about your battery being lower than mine, though, is that you're not using up as much battery, whereas I'm using up a little bit more battery to live stream. I was talking to these guys.
Okay.
I swear I'm not talking to myself. My buddy, the one that was stopping by here, he's got multiple personalities.
Me too.
So
Twinsies.
I think his is dissociative
Yeah, I think
identity.
it's like DID.
DID. Yeah. Oh, hello, Maru.
Hi,
This-
Colin.
What I want to say his dominant is his main personality. Zeus is his name. But the next one would probably be Anger the Bunny. It's a bunny girl and her name's Anger. I show you a tour of where I'm at. I don't really feel comfortable showing the people around here, you know. That's why I faced it me. But
Except for this one, it printed twice.
that's sort of the background. Plus, I have my electronics and my stuff here, so I don't want to leave everything behind.
If you want, you can just take the business card and look at it.
If I was just, customer walking around, then I wouldn't have any problem with it. But
Business sticker.
as it is,
She has so many.
I don't want to show people without their permission, and I'm just, tried to be nice that way. Huh? What's that?
They're so good.
Huh. I don't know what that thing is. That's weird. It's showing that there's nobody here, that nobody's watching, but I have people typing on here. That's weird. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but I actually have some words on here. I'll do my announcer's voice. I'll read to you what my flyer says. If you're still here, I hope. Am I the only person? You very well might be the only person, actually. So far, these past, pretty much every time I've ever streamed, I've only had like 1 or 2 people on. But here's my what my flyer says.
Remember?
Oh, Amato's here too. Born a mama's boy, shaped by new metal and shadow, forged in the fires of prison, super cooled in the silence of Montana mountains. Now the stress fractures have been welded shut, and for the first time, I am ready to be a leader. You want a just cause? Join mine. Help me usher in the new era, the era of anime. Let's show the world what we can stand as one. Misfits, dreamers, fans, fighters. We've always been scattered, but now's the time to build something real. A place that honors what we love. A real-life anime city. A city of neon dreams and blazing inspiration. Of loud hearts and quiet strength. Join my crew. Let's make something the world has never seen. Let's make history with style. And hey, have a good day. That's what what is on my flyer. I think you have a little something.
Jesus, Lord Almighty. Hold on, I have to send it to my husband.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I tell you, it's not mojito.
I don't know what anime you said.
Hey, at least she's not running around like Anya.
Soon she will. Hey, look, it's our home.
Don't want
I don't know. You gotta keep my.
I guess as long as her fingers don't get stuck. What am I eating for lunch? Probably just some curly fries I got from left over from Arby's. Trying to build a real city. Schools, firefighters, police officers, the works, but based off of anime.
Okay.
And it would be it'd be based on districts like One Piece District, Naruto District, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, so on. I'd like to have. I'm trying to change a lot of the things that society does, because a lot of it is inefficient, and I'm trying to make things better and more efficient. For example, like politics. Instead of having one mayor running an entire city, each district, because it'll eventually spread out, each district would vote for their own leader, and then once a year they would get together and have like a council meeting amongst each other, and they would give you say, oh, we need to have our potholes filled over here, certain things that need maintenance and stuff in the city. They can distribute the funding according to where the sections need them at. And because each district has roughly 350 residences in it, like people, that's basing off of 2 parents, 1 kid. Obviously, it's going to be fluctuating. But with 350 people in one area, that's just enough people for like one person to be able to keep track of, find out what they need, how they're feeling, what could be done better, and stuff like that. There's also other things I'm changing. The reason why it's shaped like this is people pulling flatbed trailers and big rigs. They have a hard time making those sharp turns. And so I did it in this so that they could have a wider turn radius.
Okay.
Each one of these squares I'm planning on having as like utilities or parks. So I wanted them to be a community place. And if there's a bunch of different utilities here, if one section goes out, the whole city won't go out because it'd be utilities dotted all throughout. So it wouldn't have any parts of the city going into a blackout scenario. I could go for like 2 or 3 hours talking about this stuff, because these are just the basic notes on what I have, like just the categories of what I'm trying to change and what I'm trying to do. the tourism part of it, because there's bound to be tourism if it's an anime city.
Yeah.
There's actually an interesting thing I was doing is like a stagecoach robberies, but sort of like a pirates versus Marines, like in One Piece, where the pirates will pull up at like a stoplight or something, hop onto the Marines ship, and they would have to fight the Marines with some fake weapons and stuff. And if they actually win, then they rob the people of the fake jewelry. Like the tourists would pay for fake jewelry, and if the pirates manage to take the jewelry and rob them, then whatever jewelry they have at the end of the day is almost like a tip. They get paid for whatever jewelry they have. Same thing with the Marines. If the Marines successfully defend against the pirates, the Marines get that tip. So that's just one idea that I had, was like, oh, this sounds sort of cool. Or even like maybe a trolley, have like a couple trolley lines side by side rather than parking at a stoplight. So there's a lot of things. I have a website that I want to build. I suck at technology. Like my YouTube channel, all my videos are unedited because I suck at technology. I do wildland firefighting and construction. That's more what I do.
Okay.
But the website would be sort of like Facebook, but for this city specifically.
Okay.
Obviously, other people can join it as well. But it would have like engineering software on there, so you can actually build your house before you move into the city.
Yeah.
Also, it's going to end up having a voting system where whenever we do a slow expansion, the upcoming districts can vote for their new leader.
Okay.
There's also I also want to keep track of important jobs on the website, like firefighters, police officers, teachers, the jobs that help make everything function as a society.
Yeah.
Keep track of how many people are in those jobs, not necessarily the people themselves, but the numbers. That way we can go, we don't have enough firefighters. Let's start advocating for more firefighters. We don't have enough teachers. Let's start advocating for more teachers. And so they sort of keep a little bit of a balance. Well, if things start overspilling, that's when we decide to expand. So that way we're not overpopulated. And I also want to ban apartment buildings. I hate apartment buildings with an absolute passion. Human beings are not meant to be clustered in together. That's what's causing a lot of the problems in America. That and the politicians. I hate politicians. The red pill versus blue pill thing is a big problem in America. And I'm trying to show people they don't need politicians and billionaires to make something happen. I'm trying to show the people that if we band together as a community behind a common cause, that we can make something happen. And last time I checked, there was over 600 million fans worldwide of anime. That's the entire population of America, basically. They put $30 billion each year into the industry. We're literally looking at the United States of America because we've got roughly that many people in America that put that much money into taxes each year. That is an entire culture. But right now we don't have a physical culture. We only have a digital one. The closest physical culture we have to anime culture is something like this. Japan, a lot of people say, well, why don't you just go to Japan? Japan literally has its own culture. It's just that culture's anime is influenced through that culture. Like, for example, with One Piece. One Piece doesn't really have any Japanese stuff in it until you get to the later, like, one arc. So you can create a whole type of culture just from One Piece if you really wanted to. But I'm trying to incorporate a lot of different ones. Like One Piece here, Naruto districts here, Bleach districts here, Dragon Ball Z, so on. And these would be like little hidden villages in the Naruto district. These would be led by Yonko, so like Yonko territories type of thing. make it more of an interactive type of society rather than just we're here. So right now I'm trying to get the nonprofit started just so I can launch the whole thing. The nonprofit's not meant to be permanent and not meant to pay for everything. It's not meant to run everything. It's just to get things going. And I only need 5 people in order to start the nonprofit, and that's 5 people on the board. And I'm actually looking on fashioning it after the One Piece crew. Are you familiar with One Piece?
I am.
Okay, so how far have you watched it, or you just?
I stopped watching it.
Uh,
Way too long for me.
Okay, how far did you get?
600?
Oh, okay. So some of the stuff I mentioned won't be spoilers. Like.
I mean, I'm up to date because of spoilers, but
So
I
like,
haven't watched it.
for example, with Luffy, even though he's the captain in the nonprofit, he'd be the social media guy. Sort of like Mr. Beast without the controversy. Frankie, the shipwright, he'd be the engineer. Robin, my waifu, rather than being an archaeologist, she would be a lawyer. Because I mean, it's almost like reading the photoglyphs. So I want to actually fashion my nonprofit crew similar to the One Piece crew.
Okay.
We don't have to dress like them and stuff, but we could at least have some sort of meaning towards them. My position would be the helmsman, Jinbei.
Yeah.
I would be basically the manager, making sure everything's running smoothly. People are doing, keeping on track, and things aren't getting all weird and crazy. But I'd also be going out and doing interviews, talking with a bunch of different people. But I was also considering on doing like charity matches, because I've been big time in the martial arts most of my life. Haven't done it in years, but I was just considering doing like charity matches through the UFC and a few other places, trying to get some recognition as far as the nonprofit and all that as well. So there's a lot. I could go 2 or 3 hours talking about everything.
I believe you.
But yeah, like I got prison reform. These are like the categories of stuff I have. Just the categories.
Yeah.
I want to change prison reform. I got anthem. I want to have an anthem for the city, right? I don't have the anthem right now, but one thing I want to change on that is I believe an anthem should be something that people dance to. They get involved in it. It's almost like a hype song, right? Rather than just standing there with your hand over your heart, which I understand the meaning behind it. But if you're going to do an anime city, why not have an anthem that it gets you up and dancing and sort of going with the music? That's something that I think that the fans are probably going to have to vote on, because it's going to have to represent us as anime fans, as a community. Same thing with the name of the city. I have a couple of ideas for the name of the city. One was Laugh-Tale, and the other one was Tempest. From that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I thought of Tempest because it's almost exactly like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He took all those monsters and put all those monsters into one city, and he improved their way of life, even compared to all the other cities on the planet. And that's essentially what I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I feel that anime fans should vote for what the name of the city would be. I did have somebody yesterday mention one. I can't remember the name of it, but it was Japanese for beginning.
Okay.
Essentially like saying the city of new beginnings. I was like, you know what? That actually sounds sort of cool. And it is Japanese, and like I said, anime is heavily Japanese influence.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things I was like, I got to keep that in mind. I can't remember the name of it, but I could always look it up. So yeah, I mean, if you can take poster or card if you want, and tell as many people if you actually think it's a legitimate, decent idea. I'm trying to get the idea out there as much as possible. the more people actually talk about it, and it's not just me talking about it, because I can talk till I'm blue in the face, but if other people besides me are talking about it, it seems more legitimate. Whereas it's just me, it seems like a scam, or I'm just trying to blow air up people's asses type of thing, and that's not really what I'm doing. It's just that I'm by myself. This kind of thing you can only do so much at any given time. So my brain's going like this, boom, 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 trying to come up with a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I even had a contractor 2 days ago. He gave me his card. He was like, once you get to the point where you're starting to build, contact me. He gave me his contractor's card. I was like, oh, I'm actually going to need one of those at one point.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you.
Right, no problem. I should be thanking you for stopping by.
I'll keep it in mind.
Discord is the best, easiest way to get a hold of me. If you know of anybody actually wants to contact. YouTube, like I said, is unedited videos, like half hour, 45 minutes, so it might put you to sleep, but it at least will give you something of an idea.
Okay.
And interestingly enough, I've gotten more people to talk to me just sitting here than going around talking to people. And it's like people actually, they hone in on here, so it's something they actually want to talk about, like with what you did. Whereas if I'm just going up to people and saying, "Hey, are you interested?" It's like I'm trying to ask a girl for her number. A little awkward. I did do that on the first day, and then I was like, you know what? There's these empty tables out here. I asked one of the employees, or one of the guys that was in charge, and he's like, yeah, go ahead and sit down. You're not trying to sell nothing. It's for a non-profit, so go ahead.
Well, good meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Thanks for stopping by.
Like I said, I'll keep it in mind. I check your YouTube channel.
Thank you very much.
So unexpected.
Thank you, Minar. It's very appreciated. And have a good day, Minar.
Actually, it's stressful. That's how you're done. I don't, wait, I don't, right? Alright. Dang it. Give me name right now.
You're not leaving? Oh, you're joking? Okay. Yeah, you'll see me often on occasion talking to people. Oh, another thing that I haven't been mentioning is that I don't know if it'd exactly be a selling point to people, is that the residential areas don't have streets. They have trolleys. So this would be a foot traffic area right here where the residences are. This is foot traffic with trolley system, and sort of like those airplane walkways that move almost like an escalator. It'll have those next to them, so that if you don't want to walk, you can always just stand on there and be taken to wherever you go. Hi, Amato. But I think that in a residential area, it just sort of makes sense to have foot traffic, or like bikes and that kind of stuff, rather than cars driving past your houses and that kind of thing. It would also bring a little bit more safety. That also bring more safety and peace of mind to the parents with their kids. Hello. Don't mind me, I'm also tired. I'm used to taking a nap in the afternoon when I can. That and I don't exactly have a bunch of stuff to keep me entertained at the moment as well. I also have the sort of German sounding song. Blessed to you too. Have a good day. Thank you for staying as long as you have. And for everybody who's, if there's anybody still on here that has liked the video, thank you very much. It's appreciated. Actually, I think I know what's going on. I think what's happening is my sugar is starting to get a little low. I need to get some of these curly fries in my stomach because my hypoglycemia is starting to act up. Thank you for the likes, it's appreciated.
Look at those duckies! Yeah, I want a ducky. You have a big one? No. I just get a tiny little baby that rides the We'll take up the rest of
What you should have done is stuck one goose in there. So then it would have been like duck, duck, goose.
Oh, that's awesome.
Arby's. Oh, hey, Mom. How's it going? Yep. Arby's. This is my lunch. I love you too! I had to. That was just an announcement waiting for a smart-ass reply. Well, something comes in the jeans. Sorry, I'm smart-ass that way. Hey, my mom always calls me a smart-ass, and I'm like, well, at least I'm smart. I used to say, well, it's better to be a smart ass than a fucked ass.
What?
A fucked ass. I don't go that route no more. I just say, well, at least I'm smart. So far, I've been having a decent go at it. Been talking with quite a few people. Oh. So my mom's on here right now. She says better than a dumbass.
I'm your mom now.
If there is, like, a paraphrase.
Yeah, my blood sugar was starting to act up, so I had to get some. I had to eat my fries.
Oh, you're asking if I can bring you beer.
Sorry. Yes, I can.
Actually, let me double check that first.
I had another person on here that was chit chatting with me for some time. He's sort of nice. He was an 8-year-old Muslim kid. At least that's what they said. Remember to be nice, not hangry. Yeah, no kidding. I haven't been getting hangry though. Mostly what it is that my brain starts fogging up and I start feeling tired, so I can't speak properly. Today's the last day of the convention. It ends at 4 o'clock today. Eat a Snickers bar. Hungry? Why wait? Thank you for sending the likes, by the way. I've even had a few. I've even had a couple people on my live stream actually say that they like the idea.
Come on, let's go.
I got all my gray sweater. I didn't much effort into it. After all, I was
She has ears. Oh, you did? I didn't know that. I don't think have you been on my live streams? Because you haven't said hi on them. Or was it just the video?
I mean, every reading is fanfic, so I kind of so I thought
It was on Reddit? Why was it on Reddit? How did you find it on Reddit? Because I never posted anything on Reddit. That is weird. Or do you mean Discord? You probably mean Discord, huh? Oh, okay, yeah. Discord. Yeah, I was like, it couldn't have been Reddit.
They keep adding transcriptions that are wrong.
Alright, so avoid yellow and green.
Choose yellow.
No, they've got green and draw blue. Not true, I have it in reverse.
You're challenged on channels? Nah, you're just mentally challenged. Like I said, you're mentally challenged. Not challenged on channels.
She hurts. Does your body better?
Ew, no, sir, do I look like your mother?
You really want the answer to that?
She hurts.
That would have been my reply.
I was gonna say.
The answer is no, but my smart ass reply is, do you really want the answer to that?
I'm sorry.
I'm fixing my brain. I was thinking.
Stop that. Yes, it is that deep. It's a ring. That was a great take. You don't get green.
I'm back.
One. I was just holding it. Stop.
Now that my fries are gone, I should be doing okay. At least for a little while.
I don't know. I was like, sure, reverse.
Stop. That's not
So now it's just a matter of the waiting game. Got to wait to see if people show up. My guess would be that there'll probably only be a handful of people that'll show up here. Because generally, if they show up towards the beginning, they've already made their rounds. Did you guys get the sprinklers on the roof yet? Because that's going to end up being an important thing, is getting a sprinkler on the roof.
I was gonna say, I didn't see a call from
They actually gave us a pass this time. or gave me a pass rather than a wristband. By Lala. Yeah, it seems that up there by Lolo and Stevensville, they tend to get quite a few fires. There's at least one fire each year up there. I think I finally finished. Yeah, I think I finally finished the. There was one in the field right where Richard Townsend used to. They had put out, I think. Oh, okay. That one wouldn't have been a very nice one to have explode. Yeah, I think I got all the maps drawn back onto my my grid paper, rather than all being loose. So now I'm gonna have to try and come up with something else. I forgot to bring my colored pencils, or else I'd color these in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try a little pencil on this for some shading. Try and do some shading on this, so it's not quite as bright. Gotta run. Something important. Okay, take care. Bye. Take care. I generally don't expect people to stay on here for too long. Especially what with me being boring and all. I'm looking at that. I did it real light, and I don't think that's gonna. I don't think shading that's gonna be a good idea.
if it's Alpha, you really need to bring his face.
Yellow. No! You cannot change this. It's super nice. Yellow. You can't play. Oh, yeah. These are just it's like I'm very hard to see. Change the color.
Hello.
His name is not Alpha. Because his face.
You trying to build an actual city, real city, schools, firefighters, police officers, the works, but based off of anime.
That is the dopest scroll I've ever heard in my entire life.
You haven't even heard the beginning of it, because I'm trying to change a lot of the things that society does and how they do it. Like, for example, prison reform, the way schools teach their students. You know what a Shinobi Academy is?
Shinobi Academy.
Like in Naruto?
Oh yeah, Naruto. Yeah, I'm on season 2, maybe season 3.
Well, I was thinking Shinobi Academy for high school PE. Rather than using real weapons, you'd have to use like paintball or something. But why not do Shinobi Academy for PE? Then there's also the politics of things. I want to change the way politics are done because I don't like politicians at all. So what I was going to go with different anime districts. So you have like One Piece district, Naruto district, and so on. And
if this becomes a thing, I'm living here for the rest of my life.
I'm going to be doing this until the day I die. Right now, it's just me. I'm trying to start a nonprofit to get this thing launched. And I'm on a fashion, I have to have 5 people in order to start the nonprofit because I need the board members. And I'm going to fashion them after the One Piece crew.
I love the One Piece crew.
So I was going to, how far are you?
I just finished Sky City.
Skypiea?
I'm
Okay.
on where they dropped coincidentally dropped into a high secure marine base.
That's not canon, actually.
Really?
The G8 is what it's called. The G8 arc is not canon. There's a lot of people that consider it to be canon because of how amazing it is and how close it goes according to One Piece. But it's actually not canon. I think it should be because it explains perfectly how they land.
It does. And literally, like, it was so intense through all the scenes, right? And I'm like, oh, and then they landed him in Green Base. I'm like, here we go again.
So yeah, I was gonna form the members according to One Piece characters. So like for example, the Luffy, he would be the social media guy, similar to Mr. Beast without the drama.
He would be social media.
Yeah, exactly. Nami, she would be the businesswoman. Usopp, we don't need a sniper, right? But he's a tinkerer. What's a tinkerer nowadays? A tech guy. You won't come across him until later on, so I'm not going to say his name, but the shipwright of the crew is going to end up being the engineer. Robin, you know Robin, she's going to be the lawyer. Because it's like reading the poneglyphs. Now, you haven't come across this character yet, but mine is going to end up being the helmsman, the guy that drives the ship. That's the position I'm going to be taking. essentially the manager of the nonprofit. But I'm also interested in doing things like doing some MMA charity matches because I've been into martial arts my whole life. I haven't done it for a few years, but I mean I could do some charity matches to try and get things moving on. There's so many things that I want to change. Like these are all the categories that I have ideas for. All of these either have changes or have additions or something that I'm going to end up implementing. Thank you.
Maybe.
Food spots me.
If you have any questions, because I have
I feel like what threw me off driving here is like
Hey, Amado. Amado. Trying to remember where Amado comes from. I want to say Amado is Naruto's. It's a Naruto. So how's it going, Amado? No, I might be thinking Yamato.
Have a lighter, you can't save it.
Sorry, I don't have any conversation going on. There's nobody talking to me. And I'm not exactly the kind of person that talks out loud in my head. I'm more in my head type. So I have to have some stimulation. That looks good.
oh yeah. Although I might have made a big miscalculation on if I could finish it before I get hypothermia in my hand. What's going on here?
I'm actually trying to build a real city. Schools, firefighters, police officers, the works, but based off of anime. That would be I was going to go by districts, like One Piece District, Naruto District, My Hero Academia, that kind of stuff. And then I'm also wanting to change a lot of stuff, the way that society does things, because right now it's just a hodgepodge, mixed up, spaghetti cluster crap. Like I want to change the way the roads are built, because people trying to pull flatbed trailers and semi-trucks have a hard time making those sharp turns. So I went with hexagons and squares to sort of expand, make it a wider turn radius. Each one of the squares, and this is like if it expanded out, each one of the squares would be like a utilities in a park or something similar. So if one utility thing goes out, it doesn't shut the whole city down. I would also like to change politics because I hate politicians. They're splitting our planet apart essentially. So what I'd like to do is try and get.
They've been doing that since day one.
True. So what I'd like to try and do is get each district to vote in a leader, and those leaders would end up meeting up like once a year and talking about, okay, where do we need to distribute the funding out to, what, like potholes, what kind of maintenance do we need. They can say, okay, well, this is what our people are upset about, or what they're enjoying. The tourism is going to be a big thing. It's not the main income, but I have ideas on tourism. So like the Old West stagecoach robbery thing, pirates versus Marines type of thing. What the tourists would do is they would put in some cash for some fake jewelry, and then either on a trolley or at a stoplight, something like that, pirates would jump on, and they'd have to fight the Marines with fake weapons. If they win, they get to rob the people of that fake jewelry, and at the end of the day, whichever side has the jewelry, they get the money for it. So it's like them earning their paycheck or side paycheck, something like that, and it involves the tourists, gets it more interactive. For high school, like PE during high school, why not do a Shinobi Academy for PE rather than doing just sports or something like that? It would bring interest into the schools again. I'd also like to change the way that schooling in general is done, because especially teenagers, they have a hard time just sitting down and listening. A lot of students end up leaving school because they just don't want to deal with the school. So why not change up, at least in a few different areas or a few different ways of how schooling can be done, to make it more better, for so to speak. There's going to end up being, trying to think, the way the residences are built, I have in sort of a U shape. I'm trying to think. I have them in a little bit of a U shape because of a YouTube video I saw, where it creates more of a close together community rather than having them in a straight line. Do them in a U shape with an open area in the center for like a park, gardening, basketball court, something that these guys want inside of here as a community. Each one of these districts would have roughly about 350 residences, like people. That's going 2 parents, 1 kid. Obviously there's going to be a variant there. But with 350 people, that's just enough for one leader to be able to keep track of, to be able to socialize with them. So it's more personable rather than how mayors are now, where it's one mayor for a whole city. These leaders would actually be able to go around and socialize with the people they're supposed to be taking care of. I got a whole list of things. I can go for like 2 or 3 hours. Ideas that I have that I want to change with society, or like just ideas in general that I just invented and created. I actually want to get a website built, but I don't know anything about technology. I'm more of a wildland firefighter by trade and a construction worker part-time. So technology is one of my worst subjects.
I think you can spin up a website fairly easy. You just got to register a domain with WordPress and stuff like that. And most of the stuff kind of drags.
True, but the website I want to build is going to have a lot to it, because it's essentially going to be like Facebook, but for this city.
I'll just get the idea. I'll just have like a basic website.
Okay, yeah.
You have a place where you can kind of publish stuff.
I have a few different social media profiles, but I mainly use Discord and YouTube. I do have a bunch of videos on my YouTube, but are all unedited. Technology. I'm actually not trying to I'm not trying to boost my profiles, social media profiles. I'm just trying to get the word out. That's all I'm trying to do. I would actually like to go to other people who have their own stuff set up, like VTubers, Twitch streamers, other YouTubers, even the news anchors, other people that have their own platform, so that way I can actually get the message out. I'm trying to start a nonprofit right now, and I need 5 people on the board to get the nonprofit started. And right now it's just me. But I'm wanting to fashion I want to fashion the crew after One Piece crew. Like Luffy, for example, would be the social media guy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with One Piece.
I am.
How far are you?
I'm all the way up to where we finally see Alabasta, the land of the giants.
Oh, that's not Alabasta. That's Elbaf. Elbaf.
Yeah, Elbaf. Sorry, I got those things mixed up.
So you won't have any spoilers. I don't know about you. So I'm just gonna say names, or I'm gonna say what their position in the crew is. So the navigator
Is Nami.
Nami, she would be the businesswoman. The shipwright, he would end up being the engineer. The archaeologist, she would end up being the lawyer. Because I mean, it's like reading legalese is like reading the poneglyphs. My position, I'd have other people on there too, but my position would end up being the helmsman, because I'd end up being the manager, making sure things are running correctly. I'd be going out and having interviews with people, like I mentioned before. I was also thinking of doing MMA charity events too. So I've always been into martial arts. Haven't done it in a few years, but for charity events, that would be a good idea. And it also is in line with the helmsman. So I have lots and lots of plans, but right now, and I've been working on it for a couple years, but for now, it's just me trying to get the word out. So if you guys would share it with people you think might be interested. I don't have a specific location for it, but that's because it's just me. I do want to have a lot of room to spread out rather than up. I want to ban apartment buildings. People aren't meant to be clustered in like that. They need to have room. So that's why I want to go out rather than up. I was thinking like maybe a deserty area or a plains area like Wyoming, Colorado, where they got a lot of plains. But I want to have a minimal impact on the environment as well. I was thinking Alaska, but there's a lot of flora and fauna in Alaska, so I'm not exactly sure if I'd be able to do it up there without having an impact, a negative impact especially. But and as far as the name of the city, because I've had people ask me on the name, I have 2 that I'm running through right now, but I think the fans should vote for it, because it's supposed to be a city for the fans. So what I was thinking was Laugh-Tell or Tempest, because Tempest is from the time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's literally the same exact thing as what I'm trying to do. He brought all these monsters away from the human societies and brought them into their own society. And not only did he bring them together, he improved upon the societies that other humans have. His city's better than everybody else's. And that's what I'm hoping to do. Is
one of the perks of being reincarnated and still have like the advantage with all the modern shit you can do.
True. But if you think about it, what's the difference between that and what we have now? Everything we have is what our ancestors made for us. So why aren't we trying to improve and make things more efficient and better? Why do we only have one mayor running an entire city with hundreds of thousands of people in it? Why don't we have a group of leaders for a city? Because there's enough back. It all stems back to before when we had a smaller amount of people, that kind of thing worked. But now, especially ever since the internet came out, the amount of information that we have created a massive rift amongst society as a whole. Because now everybody knows about stuff that's going on all over the world. They've seen all these other things rather than just what they know locally. Because of that, and because of how many people are in the population, it's created friction. The whole red pill versus blue pill thing. And that's not how it's supposed to be. As a human race, we should be bonding together, at least somehow, not fighting amongst each other. So essentially what I'm trying to do is take my passion, anime, and create a society based off of anime so that people who have that familiarity can go there and be amongst one another. Yeah, we're going to have some differences, but at least we have something to unite behind. If other people want to do it something else, like do a sports city or whatever other subject, they can. And that's great. That's one of the things I'm trying to get people to do is to understand that we don't need politicians. We don't need billionaires. We can come together as a community and build our own stuff. Last time I checked, there was over 600 million fans worldwide. That's the entire state of America, or the entire population of America, basically. And they put $30 billion into the industry in that each year. That's the amount of money we put into taxes each year, basically. So we essentially have America around the world that loves anime. But we don't have a physical culture. The closest thing to a physical culture we have is this. A lot of people say Japan, but technically Japan has its own culture. It has its own history, its own cultures and everything. It's just that it's heavily influenced in anime. Like, for example, One Piece doesn't have any Japanese stuff other than the Wano arc. That's basically the only Japanese-themed arc that's there. So it's not influenced by Japan itself. It's influenced by all the cultures around the world, plus some that he's made up himself. Now, Naruto is like 90% Japanese, but at the same time, it's not exactly Japanese either. It has its own influences as well. So I'm trying to get that kind of thing going. So I'm just one man. I can only do so much, and with all the information I'm having to deal with, I'm bouncing around all over the place. It would be a massive help if I could, at the very minimum, get people to talk about it with other people and say, I talked to this guy and he had some interesting ideas. Would you mind checking out his YouTube channel or Discord type thing? And that's essentially what I'm doing here at the convention. Is just asking people to take card, take poster, and all that stuff, and just talk with your friends and anybody else you guys may know. I personally live in Montana right now, but it doesn't mean that I can't move here to Utah. I have family in Utah. So if the nonprofit people that are willing to start the nonprofit is here in Utah, I can always come down here and move to Utah to actually get the thing started. But as far as the city itself, I want to sort of get into a state where they have a little lax laws on things, because we're building city on anime. We're going to have some leniency on what we can and can't do. My thoughts on it are, as far as the laws go, is have less laws, but stricter punishment. So rather than having people get arrested for petty crime stuff, they wouldn't get arrested for that. I actually have a whole cat and mouse thing for the police and the petty crime that I've had a few people say that was a really good idea. But think things like, especially kids. Anything involving kids would have a maximum sentence. If it's a murder, it's a maximum sentence. A rape, a maximum sentence. So the major stuff would have a maximum sentence, but the amount of laws that you can get arrested for would be smaller now. Now, as far as like the petty crime, between petty crime and police, what I came up with is that you register online for a card, and whenever you go to do a petty crime that's a non-victim crime like graffiti or doing the parkour, street running stuff,
And then it starts leaking.
what you do is you videotape yourself committing the crime, post it online, and you get like a small amount of money per hour. Not something you can live off of, but something that you could get like food, you know, like $1 an hour or something like that. But if you get arrested, if you get arrested later on, the cop scans your card, your clock stops on that timer, and the officer gets like half of whatever you would normally get. So it creates a cat and mouse incentive of not getting caught and getting caught. And the petty crime person committing the petty crime doesn't go to jail. They don't actually get arrested. Their card just gets scanned and that's it. Then they got to start stuff all over again. And if you've seen what kind of stuff people create with graffiti, there could be some amazing murals out there. And of course, you can have some stupid stuff too. But at least with this kind of setup, it keeps the petty crime stuff out of the system and less clogged, so that the more important crimes can get addressed. And the balancing of it would be that.
I was gonna say like you have to look out. His name is not.
Oh. So yeah, essentially what it would be is to balance it out, or the compromise would be that the victim style crimes would be harsh punishment, maximum sentence type of thing, but there would be less criminal offenses, or should I say less ways of acquiring criminal offenses. So that one's probably my controversial take on it, because it's one of those things where people are like, well, crime's crime, you should be arrested. But what they're not realizing is all these crimes that you can get arrested for is incentivizing police officers to arrest these people, even if it's small, stupid stuff. Because they almost get they have a quota, or they get the prison. What?
Say they do.
Yeah. The county jails, for example, and the prisons, they get money for every single person, every single inmate that's in their facility. So they have no incentive to release anybody. Matter of fact, they have incentive to keep them in there, which causes overcrowding. For example, San Pete adopted a California way of law where you have to pay the jail a certain amount of money each day that you're in there. I think they were doing like $50 a day. So you say like you get arrested, you go to San Pete County Jail. You have to, when you go to get released, like you come to the end of your sentence that the judge gave you, you have to pay that money, or else when you get out and you still aren't able to pay, you get arrested and put back in. Yeah. So let's say you're in that county jail for an entire month, right? That's 30 days, $50 a day. That's like what? Who knows how many thousands of dollars, right? If you're not able to pay that and you still have time on your sentence, you're staying there to a maximum sentence. And then when you get out, you still got to pay. So now you spent, a year in county jail? They can't keep you any longer. They kick you out. And then after a certain amount of time, you got to pay that stuff. You can't pay it because you have felonies on your record or whatever now. It's not so easy to get a job. You get arrested and booked back again. And it all happens again. So there's a lot of things I think is going wrong with society, and I'm trying to change those for the better. Trying to create less incentives, for example, of keeping people locked up. Now, I'm not trying to get rid of criminals. I'm not trying to just get them out of there, because criminals are criminals. But at the same time, they also need to figure out how to be able to go out into society and function. A lot of criminals, they don't have much training for what it's like when they get out. They just spend a few years in prison and they're kicked out. Yeah, there's halfway house programs, but that's only if you qualify for them. And even then, they don't really teach you how to do things. So,
I also need to write down what the heck is
so yeah, like I said, I could talk for 2 or 3 hours about this stuff. Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's on my card. Discord would be the easiest way to get a hold of me. I would have put my phone number, but I don't want it to be hanging off the hook type of thing. So Discord would be the best way to get a hold. And YouTube, like I said, bunch of videos, but all of them are unedited. They might put you to sleep. Listen to it when you're going to sleep rather than the rain, the sound of rain. Or thunderstorms, should I say. But I also got maps on maps. These are all the loose ones. I just got done. Like, this is the city center. I got a whole video for the city center, but it's essentially a coliseum with anime characters rather than the Greek deities. And this whole round part here is like a big, massive shopping mall. And then the center is where the arena part is. For like basketball or whatever sports occasion, that would be the center part of it. And it's also multi-purpose. If an emergency happens, people can come here because it would be reinforced, plenty of supplies, and all kinds of stuff. So I'm also trying to come up with an anthem for the city, because rather than sitting there all just being quiet, all somber, and I understand the meaning behind the anthems, American anthem. But for an anime city, you need something that is more uplifting. Something that actually gets the people up and wanting to dance and sing along to it. One of them that I'm sort of tossing around, and it should be voted in by the fans, but one of them I'm tossing around is the Greatest Showman, I think is the name.
Greatest show?
Might be Greatest Show. This is the greatest show.
If you're trying to make an anthem or anything, it sounds like you're trying to make your own country, not a town. I mean, you have this idea for your own separate government and everything, and your own set of law, crimes, and things. It sounds like you're trying to make a country instead of a town.
Hey, if I can make my own country, great. Think about it. There's 600 million fans worldwide. That's a country. How many people are going to want to live in this if it actually, when it actually works? How many people are going to want to live in a city that's like that? You know, it's a massive amount of people that have a shared idealism. That's exactly what a country is. And if we can make things better in other countries, even America, Japan, Russia, name whatever country, if they decide, hey, we're going to go ahead and use this for our country, then that would actually be a massive bonus in my eyes, because I'm helping improve other people's way of living. And that's exactly what we should be doing as a human race, is improving the way that society is, rather than pulling each other down like crabs in a bucket. It's not supposed to be a victim mentality like it's been this whole time. Well, not whole time, but these past few decades. It's supposed to be togetherness. If people want to associate with me with creating my own country, then so be it. They can call me an asshole too if they want. Doesn't mean that whatever it is that they're saying is true. But yeah, I wouldn't mind creating my own country. It sounds great and there's all these awesome ideas, but I can only do so much by myself. I've had people ask me, how do you come up with all this stuff? And I'm like, I got time on my hands. What it really comes down to is I'm the kind of person that improves things. Doesn't matter what it is, I'm a little OCD when it comes to other stuff. So I'm like, okay, how can I make this better? How can I make this better? How can I make that better? And then finally I got thinking about the American society as a whole, and I'm like, how can I make that better? Obviously, there's some things I can't do without talking professionals, like the police officers and firefighters and such. They have more experience, so some of the things I want to implement might not work. But at least I can have bring those ideas up to them. Be like, what do you think about this? How do you think this would work? So, but yeah, I wouldn't mind talking to all kinds of people about it. Any questions? Yeah.
So, what do you have as a background? Because you said you wanted to have people like, if they did petty crimes, you would have them videotape with a card and everything, and then they caught. How are you going to stop that if people who've done this as a profession in their life and end up just coming there and getting away with it all the time and not getting caught?
That's why they don't get paid very much money for it.
Well, what's happening for more people doing this? Like leaving home and everything, coming to your town, and then just continuously doing it as a career. Wouldn't that cause like more people to come in and just continue doing it?
I sort of thought about that, but I don't think people would be able to get away with it long enough because their face is literally right there on the website doing whatever it is. All the officers have to do is go, oh, I remember seeing that person. And then they go and be like, look, this is you.
What if they figure out how to blur their face and they can't get caught at all?
Won't work. That won't be allowed. They have to be able to see their face. There's going to be qualifications. There's going to be specific crimes that they're allowed to do. And specific qualifications like showing yourself, videoing yourself, doing these things. There's specific things they have to meet in order to actually make the money for it. And on top of that, if the police officers are able to take like half or even all of it, then they can't make any money off of it if they get caught. So it would be an incentive for the police officers because they're getting that much more money if they go around catching these people. So it create. I would imagine that does create a balance. There will be some that are a little bit more better at getting away with things, but the amount of people that are good at getting away with a crime isn't very high. A lot of people get caught for crimes. A lot of people get caught for non-crimes too.
Okay, so here's another one. Say that this community does exist and everything, but they decide to have kids and live there, and the kids grow up learning these laws. But what happens if they decide to leave the community and they try doing the exact same laws outside of this community and try doing it in a community where the punishment's a little more harsher? Wouldn't that have like very bad benefits or like? Well,
we would have the harsher punishments, but they would have more laws, but our punishments would be harsher. So to sort of get that question out of the way, essentially it's like when you're trying to move to another country. You have to learn their laws, their cultures, their customs, all that stuff.
Okay.
So I mean, you can go online and find out what the laws are for wherever it is that you're moving to. And that's one thing that I think that they're doing a disservice to high schoolers, is they're not teaching high schoolers law, like the basic laws. It's mainly, and they don't even teach them how to do taxes and stuff either. They're not teaching the kids how to become adults. So if I change like I want to the schooling system, in high school they will teach them how to do these things. They will teach them the basic laws of the land, which means American laws, basic American laws.
Okay.
So as far as specific laws, they would have to go look it up online if they're wanting to move to that place. Obviously, when they're young, they're not going to think of it, but that's where their parents come into play and say, well, what do you should actually look at this. A lot of the problems that's happening is we don't really have parents anymore. Parents are always at work doing other things, but other than raising their kids. And it's just caused a lot of chaos and mayhem amongst the youngsters because all they have are their friends and social media. And well, that's not exactly a good teacher. Those things aren't going to teach you the laws. And they don't teach you how to actually a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of parents, but there are parents out there that don't even know how to do hygiene for themselves. There's a lot of adults out there that they stink, or they don't take care of themselves hygiene-wise, let alone showing their kids how to do this stuff. And I have a problem with that personally. I think parents are there to teach their kids how to become an adult. That's the whole purpose of a parent, is to teach your kids how to become adult. Schools are also meant to teach kids how to become an adult. That's the whole point of a school. As far as like being on the professional side of things.
Okay.
I don't necessarily mean like the hygiene and all that stuff. That's the parents doing. But the professional side of things, that's where the schools come in. They should be teaching them how to do the basic stuff. They really don't much anymore. I also want to bring back trade schools too. Because there's even modern trades like computer repair that could be implemented in it. So rather than going to high school, why not give junior high kids that are graduating a chance of going to a trade school? If they know what kind of trade they want to be in, why not have them actually go to that so that when they graduate, they have that one extra foot in the door? I've been out on wildfire.
Don't we have the apprenticeship program?
They sort of do, but it's not a, do you want to go to high school or do you want to go here? Usually it's a, go to high school and you can go to a side program is generally what it is. But I haven't been in the school since 2003. What's,
Where they actually test
What else do I know you from? I watched that one, obviously.
oh, really?
when I was in high school, they were starting
We'll talk more about it. I gotta go.
Okay. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, if you stop down to the Penn Winston guys, they have big tours and stuff like that. They have like medical training and stuff.
What is it?
Oh, really?
Hey, Mom, I think, where's your poster? What else do I know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, when I was in high school, we were just getting
Damn it, purple hair
computers.
lady.
2003 is what my graduating class was. So it's been some time since I've been to school. But, so that's why I said I also do need to talk to professionals and get their opinion on things. But at the same time, I'm only one man. I can only do so much, so.
Penn Winston down there, it's usually a bunch of teachers down there, or a bunch of people retired from industry.
Oh, really?
So, that one guy was retired from Pixar. He's doing the animation class and stuff, like basic animation.
Like the fact that you showed it to me really means a lot.
Now,
And I really wanted to do it too because I love Smite. And nobody forget it. I was like, nobody had ever said it for Smite, and I haven't seen a single Smite one for the entire time I've been here.
now, what about when their students go to graduate? Do they help them actually find jobs when they get to graduate?
So they have those certificates.
And then when I saw that, they kept adding more and more guests.
Okay.
And then they kind of rely on students to find jobs and kind of progress on whatever company ladder is. And then sometimes they occasionally let them know maybe
That's what it is.
Okay.
in the middle of the next season. Oh, we have a help desk position here.
I gotta make it this way.
Graduating.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they help that stuff and we hopefully can get it into repair plus company.
There's something similar near where I live up in Montana. It's called Job Corps, and it's essentially students that are 18, like between 18 and 25, where they can go up there and learn trades and stuff. But I was thinking like right as they graduate from junior high, they have the option of going to this or this. Like if they're wanting to go to college, then I would say they would go to high school. But if they want to be a wildlife firefighter or whatever, they would go to the trade school. Like, because I've been out on fire where there was like a 10-year-old. His dad was a firefighter. This kid had his Nomex, the fire-resistant clothing and everything. He had the boots, he had the helmet, he had everything. 10-year-old kid. He's like, I want to be this. I want to be a firefighter. And he even came, I was doing a weed wash. It's a glorified car wash, but it keeps the weeds from spreading around. He wanted to try what I was doing, so just to see what it was like. I'm like, I was so hyped. I was like, you don't get to see that very often. It was really cool to see a kid that was like, I want to be a firefighter with all the outfit and everything on. And his dad was a firefighter, and he's like, this is what I want to do. So I mean, if you get kids that know what they want to do for sure, why not encourage that? You know, why not encourage them to actually pursue that and teach them that much more, so that when they do graduate, they're like top tier, you know, rather than starting off at the bottom. At least that was my thought, anyways.
Like I said, with the program we had here, they actually start you out of junior high and junior high school.
Oh, really? Okay, so then
It's kind of like, it's not exactly what you're saying, but it's kind of like a side part of the high school thing. You still get high school credit, so you still get class credit for it, but yeah.
yeah, it's sort of basically the same thing as what I'm talking about.
Just taking it, forking it.
Yeah, essentially
So
forking
having a
it.
sidecar,
One
high
building.
school, or you can go into,
Yeah, one building over here and then another building over here type of thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I wouldn't want to sit through high school stuff. If it was
monotonous things you're never gonna.
exactly, unless I'm able to implement changes so that the teachers, there's a few different ways of learning. And I got this from Assassination Classroom, the anime.
Yeah.
I see that teacher as being the perfect teacher. Yeah, he can go like Mach 5, but and he looks like an octopus. But you can take the concepts of what he's doing, where he literally customizes all their tests and homework and everything to the student, rather than just making it one thing all over the place. He actually teaches his students according to who they are. And that's really how it should be. Rather than having large classrooms with a bunch of students and just one teacher, there should be smaller classrooms with teachers that are geared towards that kind of person. So if I'm able to try and implement that and get it working, then there might not even be a need for a trade school, because the trades very well might be in there. So like back in the day when they had shop class. So it very well could end up being where I don't have the split, but I'm one of those quality over quantity types. So unless I can get this over here to work perfect, I'm gonna count on the split until I can get it done. Same thing with a lot of this stuff. It's all just thoughts until I can actually get it to implement. Trying to actually build real city. But yeah. And I'm planning on the nonprofit. My brain goes all over the place. I saw this, my nonprofit's going to be called the Unchained, and this is going to be the Jolly Roger, One Piece Jolly Roger. My biggest inspiration and not motivation, but mentor is Whitebeard from One Piece. That's his laugh. I think he's the perfect parent. He's a perfect father figure. It's one of those things where you sort of have to see it to really get it. But the majority of people that have seen Whitebeard in One Piece agree that he is pretty close to being one of the perfect parent figures, perfect father figures. And he's one of those guys that he doesn't try and control his adopted kids. Everybody on his crew is his child, his son. But he doesn't try and control them, but he's there for them when they need him. So he's like, you're going to get hurt. Oh, you still want to do it? Okay. They get hurt, and he's like, oh, I told you it was going to happen. Here, let me come and help fix you up. He lets them learn their lessons, essentially. There's a lot more to it. He's an amazing man. He's one of those ones that he never took money for himself. All the money he's ever taken, he sent back home to try and bring his people up, because his people were living in slums. So he was sending all his stuff back home, never kept any of it himself, and his people actually got to have a really good life because of it. And so you could almost say that he's my motivation and my drive to be better and to do better for the anime community as a whole. So, anyways, it was nice talking to you. It was really appreciated. I don't get as many people to stand here and talk as long as you have.
Try doing a panel or something. You got enough information.
Oh, trust me, I would. I actually sent them an email because their stuff was sold out. I asked them, I said, last year I was here, or I was at your convention, and I noticed that the stage wasn't being used some of the time. I asked them, is it okay if I use it on the in-between times? You know, so I could talk about the subject I'm trying to get out. Never got an email back from them. I would like to go up there on stage and just be like, hey guys, guess what I'm trying to do? And stand there with my list and go, okay, this is this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, this is this, da-da-da-da. But and I've also had daydreams of like going to a college and talking to a professor, like a civil engineer or something, and being like, hey, can I talk to your students? Give me permission, you know, talk to your students and see if they're interested in it. But that's always been more of a daydream. I'm a lot better talking face to face than I am online too, that's for sure.
The University of Utah, they have a civil engineering building up there. They have a whole building dedicated just to civil engineering.
Oh, really?
Civil engineering.
I didn't know that.
They have people from China and all over the world come there. They get their degrees in civil engineering.
Huh. I'll have to keep that one in mind too.
Yeah. So right up there, it's on the, basically there's an engineering side of the campus, there's like for business and then medical. It's just on the engineering side, it's like the third building from the far side of the campus.
Okay.
If you look up the University of Utah Civil Engineering Building,
That one is either $3,
there's actually a tunnel that connects all the engineering buildings together.
They probably did that on purpose too, right?
Yeah, because they connect it. What's funny is they got the civil engineering, and then they have the Warnock engineering, and then they have the Merrill engineering. Inside the basement of the Merrill engineering, there's actually a nuclear reactor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a little mini one or
A
something?
little mini one for training, yeah.
Huh.
So they actually have people come there for their, basically to become nuclear engineers and stuff.
See, I'm actually trying to...
Actual reactor.
I'm trying to find a more efficient way to do energy. It would be nice if I could figure it out, but obviously I'm not as good as the actual engineers and stuff, but I would like to find an alternative source of energy that is not only renewable, but I can also have an overabundance of. Because I think we could do with an improvement on the electrical grid.
So, there hasn't really been much changes since 67.
Yep, exactly. Maybe even before that, who knows? And I think it's about time that we came up with something different. Solar and wind and that kind of stuff, it's okay, but it doesn't produce enough.
There's a lot of waste.
Yeah,
there's a lot of wear out parts that aren't really recyclable.
Well, but like even...
I shouldn't say aren't recyclable, but are not recyclable.
Well, even like the solar panels, they don't really have a bunch of wear, but they also don't have a bunch of input either. Or should I say output? They don't have a bunch of output when it comes to their energy. And that isn't something that would work for a city. Now you could have it like on the roofs or something to help lower their energy bills. But I would like to try and find something that's efficient and renewable. Something that can be used for an entire city if need be. Like I said, I wanted to have a bunch of different ones dotted around just in case. But it's about time that we improve upon what's already there. So, but yeah, thanks for stopping by. It's really been appreciated. You guys have even talked about a few things that I didn't really think about before, but it'll end up. It's in the back of my head, and over time, my brain will go, "Oh wait, what about this?" I'm one of those ones that somebody talks to me, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, you know," and then like a month or two down the road, I won't realize that I talked to the person, and an idea just pops in my head, and I'm like, "I got it." But yet that person talked to me the month or two before about that same thing. I don't do it purposefully. It's just that I have to let things work in the back of my brain by itself. Yeah, let it stew, let it work its own ways out, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, and I go, aha!
Oh yeah. It was good talking to you though.
It was nice talking to you, really. So that's very much appreciated. Enjoy your day. Oh, Browndervilles, huh? Yeah, I remember you, Browndervilles, huh? Oh no, he was just interested in the cult.
Dude, you were on a mission. You were speed.
Go, 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 go.
Run,
Oh my God,
run!
let me measure plates.
And I'm on the skirt.
But yeah, Brownderville, I do remember you actually, if you're still here.
I let you get to the part. I have trust issues.
Oh, I love the ice cream.
What? Did you get mixed up already?
Pokey, stop.
So my number 5 is 5. I was like, I don't even get my
God, I'm doing all right. Brownderville. How are you doing? Dati salabukan, alabukan sa Let's see, I'm at 61 and it's almost 2 o'clock. My favorite character on the show. Hell yeah. Especially when he daydreamed about being dude's friend. He's like, I never met you before. Brother.
don't actually know what the next episode Actually, no. CBY
Welcome to the cold phase.
Yeah.
Hi. What's up?
You have this unusual growth on your head. Ah, you got it.
Unless I found out if somebody had, because that is my favorite, but nobody ever has anything. I will say that in my it is easier to do that at sea because yeah, it keeps the print so safe. Oh my gosh. Date my other than I date the work myself. Dude, it was a pain in my butt. It's like my alien state. They used to do it in school. They just snap the crap out of it. Alright, thank you. Catch a clean day. I gave it to her. That's what I thought.
Jesus.
You want to know a little ironicy?
Irony?
Ironicy?
You want to see what?
Iron. With you talking about joining the cult and the other guys saying you're trying to create your own country. The ironic part about it is I've actually been more than half tempted to run for president. Huh? If I did, though, it would be as an independent.
City.
Trying to build an actual city, schools, residences, firefighters, police officers, the whole works. But, yep. But with based off anime. So, for example, think like Shinobi Academy for PE in high school, rather than having just regular PE. Or living in a ship in the One Piece district, rather than living in an actual house. Obviously, it'd be on a foundation, but why not live in a ship? Like, I don't know. Are you familiar with One Piece?
Yeah, I grew up with it since Fox Box. Not for kids, Fox Box.
So, like, there's going to be a lot of people that are One Piece fans that are going to want to live in the Going Merry, for example. You know what the Going Merry is, right? You know what the Going Merry is? The first ship that they were on?
Yeah, where they were given by when they met up with Usopp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
So a lot of One Piece fans would want to live in the Going Merry because of their connections to it. I still cry. I still cry when I come to the Water 7 arc, and I see the whole thing with Going Merry.
Yeah.
Or like even the Thousand Sunny. And that's not that I could go on for 2 or 3 hours about all the stuff I have planned. I even want to change the way politics are done. I want to change the way schooling's done. I want to change the way the prison system's done. I'm not the kind of person that just says, well, why don't we just do this? There's a
that
spider.
could happen one day. Like, because we don't start as years getting higher, we should be seeing Back to the Future stuff.
I'm actually trying to get this started. Right now, I'm trying to start a nonprofit so that I can launch and get the whole thing going in the first place. Right now, it's just me. But I'm planning on doing this until the day I die. So, and the nonprofit, the board members, I'm going to fashion after the One Piece crew. So, like Usopp, for example, we don't need a sniper, but he is a tinkerer.
He's just a marksman.
Yeah, but he tinkers though. He's the one that made the Nami's wand or staff.
Yep.
So I mean, what's a tinkerer nowadays but the tech guy? So he'd be the tech guy, the one building the websites and running things and doing the editing and all that.
Yep.
Nami would be the businesswoman. Luffy would be the social media guy, sort of like a Mr. Beast without the controversy. Frankie, I don't know if you know who he is, do you?
He's that big guy.
The
big muscle guy, right?
Yeah, he's the shipwright.
Yeah, he's the big muscle guy.
Yeah, we don't need a shipwright, but we do need an engineer. We don't need a archaeologist, but we do need a lawyer. After all, reading legalese is like reading the poneglyphs.
Yeah.
So I'm planning on getting a bunch of different people and basing them off the One Piece crew, but more for real life stuff, to start the nonprofit so I can actually get the city built.
Okay.
And I have maps. I even have a list of categories on things that I either want to change or that I have ideas on. I want to change everything that we're basically doing nowadays in society is old school. Mm-hmm. Why don't we improve and get rid of the nonsense stuff? We have the technologies.
Yeah.
We have the technology, so why not do it?
Yeah, especially with all the things they make happen, like making Super Nintendo World happen. Because I never really imagined I would see something like that ever. Or Japan I would almost get, but America, that's a surprise.
Well, I've had a lot of people say, well, why don't you just go to Japan? Well, the thing is Japan has its own culture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, their own.
Exactly. Japanese culture is heavily influenced in anime.
Yeah.
But anime has its own cultures. As a matter of fact, it has its own worlds. entire civilizations that have been created from nothing, basically.
Uh-huh.
So why don't we take the fantasy side out of it and incorporate it into real life?
Yeah.
That's essentially what I'm trying to do. But the thing is I really suck at technology. So, like, for example, my YouTube videos, they're all unedited because I don't know anything about technology.
I'm pretty sure Google or any sort of guides on YouTube or anything like that can tell you.
Well, yeah, but I also live in the mountains of Montana,
Uh-oh,
and
no,
I'm more.
Montana.
I'm a hands-on. I do wildland firefighting and construction. Not to mention the 5 acres plus the sawmill that I'm living on and taking
I
care
know
of
that
all that
Montana's.
stuff.
It's one of the top isolated areas, but it's very country from what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah. Now I won't necessarily be staying up there per se because the city that I'm going to build, I don't have a specific location, but it's going to have a lot of room because I want to grow out rather than growing up. So I'm going to need to have a lot of room. So I'm thinking like in a desert or a plains area. Like I don't want to be in a desert because I hate the
Yeah,
heat.
let's not be in like, well, Utah, I think it has some desert, but I know that Arizona does, but no way.
Yeah.
Not
So
Arizona.
most likely it'd have to probably be someplace like Wyoming, Wyoming, Colorado,
I don't know
Idaho.
about Wyoming per se.
Well-
Trust me. Because I've seen around Wyoming, especially how winter can be really, really, really insane down there. I've been there before.
Well, I also want to have as minimal impact on the environment as possible. Like I don't want to completely ruin the environment for the other animals and stuff that live there.
Yeah.
I was contemplating Alaska because of how much stuff or how much room is up there.
Depends on which parts of Alaska you want to be around, because it's another isolated area too.
It's also really cold up there too.
Depends on where you're at in Alaska.
Well, yeah, I guess that is true. Southern Alaska, probably not so much. Northern Alaska, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, though, I wanted to be able to grow out rather than up. So I need to have a lot of space to grow out. Most likely, I'd have to have like 100 to 200,000
I think I
acres.
know. Maybe North Carolina could be one of them, because when I was living in Currituck, we did live in a remote area in Currituck, where it's kind of like a remote cul-de-sac area that we lived around. Where there was actually, especially where nearby the house there was there was a woods behind us, and there was an area, no trespassing area, where no one can really stop you from going to the no trespassing area outside that's nearby the volleyball sand area. That's nearby
Well,
the
that
woods.
was because of the cryptids that lived in there.
Yeah, it was back in the 90s, granted, though. But yeah, maybe North Carolina do have some like remote area that you can possibly use.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't really been over to the eastern coast.
Try it.
I've been more over in the western coast area, but
Try East Coast, especially East Coast is more affordable. At least you can use. At least you'll have some affordable stuff, because I'm pretty sure you do need the money to do this and that. And I'm telling you, East Coast is more affordable, while the West Coast is a little more expensive.
I would be, once I get the nonprofit started and it's not just me,
Yeah.
that's when I'm planning on actually looking for places, specific areas. So I won't be staying up there in Montana where I'm at now. At some point I'm going to end up moving. So I'm keeping that in mind just in case. Because wherever the nonprofit's going to be started at is most likely where I'm going to have to move to. And if it's here in Utah, not necessarily the city, but the nonprofit is here in Utah, I have family down here.
Tried non-profit before in Utah, and especially with a donation area. Look, as much as it was a very nice cause that we're doing, I would say the people in Utah. But well, mind you, I am from Pennsylvania.
You poor thing.
You
poor thing.
Yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania.
That's what she said, you poor thing.
Well, You know what? You won't go anywhere except Philadelphia. Because unfortunately, that's where I'm rooting from, Philadelphia.
Ah.
Philadelphia, last time I came back here.
Is it always sunny there?
You do get rain and whatnot. It's just that.
That's
in
where I get
Philade-
my cream cheese.
It's just that in Philadelphia now, at this point, it's like Gotham City, especially at night.
That's how it is in all the major cities.
Well, yeah, no. Well, but majorly though, it smells like weed, drugs, especially
Oh.
around City Hall area at night. There's like lots of drugs going on. Like, no. It was definitely pretty darn scary at night too. Even though we were out there, just go to the Chinese restaurants just to get their fried chicken.
It shouldn't be where you can't walk around at night and not have to worry about getting attacked, but you never know.
Yeah. It didn't seem like that when I was younger.
Probably mainly because you just didn't know, huh? You didn't realize the kinds of dangers that were out there.
It wasn't too bad back then, though.
Oh yeah, when was that?
But anyway.
It just wasn't as widespread and easily accessible.
Yeah.
It was still happening. We just weren't hearing about it as much.
But yeah, anywho. Down in Utah areas, it can be a little wishy-washy.
I could imagine
A
so.
little wishy-washy.
So as far as the whole asking for money side of the nonprofit, I'm not planning on doing that starting off.
Okay.
I'm planning on getting the words spread out before asking for any kind of stuff.
Oh.
And even then, it wouldn't necessarily just be the fans that we're going after. It'd be more the businesses, trying to get funding from the businesses. Yes, that would be nice.
You know, when you're getting the word out to people and whatnot and getting them to be interested as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, it's hard to get something interesting. 'Cause some people just, they can fear a little change and whatnot, or trying something new or anything like that. It's not like trying something new. If they're like the Master Chef contestants or trying to do something out of their comfort zone, that's the type of people you want to see. Just doing something that's getting out of their comfort zone.
True.
Especially the winners or anyone that reaches over top 10. Getting out of their comfort zone.
Save up.
I actually tried, I left a comment on one of Ramsey's videos one time, asking if he would be interested in hearing about it. The only comment I received was somebody saying, "That's random."
Well,
I mean,
it's fair.
it is completely random, but I think my reply was, well, closed mouth don't get fed.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you.
Nice talking to you.
You too.
Vicky, you're welcome.
You broke it.
You can't tell.
Of course.
You can't tell. Cute. I love your freaking outfits. I've got spooky things.
Have a pet ghost just riding on your shoulder?
Did you see me do that yesterday?
Maybe.
I pinned, somebody bought my ghost and I pinned it to her shoulder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
1 for 10, 2 for 50.
It's. I might actually be able to stream until the end. So I'm only at 50%, 54.
My soul is at 50%.
Yeah, my soul's lower than that. But you know, I'm used to living that way.
Hey, you gotta look at his face. His name is not Appa, only Ah. I don't remember who I
That's One Piece laugh. Another One Piece laugh, should I say? You know who that is, don't you? I want to say Apu from One Piece.
I don't really look at One Piece. I don't.
What?
I know One Piece. No One Piece. Too many episodes.
That's what everybody says, but I guarantee you get into it, you won't be able to stop.
Okay.
I was sort of the similar, and I actually wouldn't watch it because I thought it was for little kids.
Yeah.
That's not. Trust me, it is definitely not.
It's for little kids. That's the issue. It's the fact that it doesn't get good till episode 300.
It is not for the. But see, I didn't know about it though. At that time, I was just into anime like Death Note. But I got bored of Death Note because I was binge watching it, and after a certain somebody died, I was like, okay, I'm done with this.
I gotta actually finish that.
Same here. I only got like halfway.
Honestly, when they got rid of Ryuk, I was like, oh.
Yeah, after that, I was like, well, what am I going to watch next? Because I was watching other things before that. And I saw Naruto. And I never watched it because I thought it was for kids. Because I saw the Naruto character. He's a kid. It looked like he was always having fun or something. I was like, you know what? I see this everywhere.
Naruto
I'm going to check it out.
is legitimately the gayest anime without being gay, and that is including JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I can't watch JoJo.
The
I
best
can't-
way I could describe it is, in fact, bizarre. No matter what you think is happening, you're fucking wrong. Fucking wrong.
But why do you say Naruto's the gayest anime?
He chased his best friend across the world for years just to ask, why don't you love me like you used to? Are you kidding me?
That's
Man
just
might have
that's
a
just
wife, but
that's
he's
just
kissed
one.
his best friend 3 times and his wife once. Okay.
But that's just one part of the story, okay? That's one character that
that needs to admit that they're boyfriends.
yeah. Well, one of them is, the other one's not. It's a love-hate relationship. One loves, the other one hates.
Yeah, it's like the black cat and golden retriever energy. They make the perfect couple.
But yeah, I watched Naruto and I started binge watching that. I watched every single episode, fillers and all.
I gotta actually watch it.
I got to the very end and I was like, holy crap, that was a masterpiece when I finished it. And then after that, I think I watched like 1 or 2 and then others anime, and then I was like, what am I going to watch now? I didn't notice how many episodes there was in One Piece really. I just saw there was a bunch of them, but I didn't see exact numbers. I finally decided, you know what? I'm gonna check it out, see what it's like. I thought it was for kids. I actually got to the Nami arc, and that's the arc that got me hooked.
I pissed my husband off because he was like, I don't know what it is. What's the One Piece, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it was the friendship along the way. And he turns to me and goes, you shut your poor mouth. I was like, whoa.
I'm
He did
actually-
real quickly.
I am legitimately scared that
You look cute. Yes, you. Yes, you bitch. Oh my god.
I'm actually legitimately scared that he's not going to finish the anime before he dies.
They're so goddamn old. I did hear that he has it all technically written out, like the plan. So that's good. I just, at least it'll follow the story.
He says that there's only 5 more years left, but he's been saying 5 years for the past 20 years.
What are you hanging on for?
Actually, it's a really good thing that he hasn't, because you cannot rush the kind of things that One Piece does. It really legitimately takes time to correctly do a story like One Piece. Now, there is pacing issues, but that's because of the anime. That's because of Toei. I'm waiting to find out how the new remake is going to end up turning out. That's what I'm interested in, because I have a feeling they're going to try and get rid of all those pacing issues.
That would be nice.
Plus, I think there's also quite a few things that they should have shown in One Piece towards the beginning, like hockey and such, that technically it should have been in the world and they should have known about it a little bit. So that's another thing I would accept them changing to the original. But yeah, One Piece is definitely not a kid's show. Kids can watch it, but there's definitely themes that aren't for kids. But yeah, the part that hooked me on it was Nami, the Nami arc, or should I say Arlong arc. When she turned over to Luffy, crying her eyes out, saying, "Please help me." Oh man, I was bawling my eyes out so bad.
Dude, I love a good cry. I have an entire shelf in my house just for like video shows, movies, shit I could just cry to.
Have you seen the?
I have not.
Okay, it's like, I think the 4th arc in, maybe the 5th.
No, I gotta restart it. It started being watched, and then I got sidetracked by this, that, the other, and I basically have not been home in the last 2 months. So.
Well, it's been out a lot longer than 2 weeks.
Months.
It's been a lot longer than 2 months too.
I look motivated.
I can say that because I'm a binge watcher though. I'll sit down and I'll watch like a dozen episodes in a day. I think that's pretty much everybody.
I'm a daughter of a biscuit eater.
Everybody's the child of somebody who's eating biscuits.
Except for people with celiac.
That doesn't mean they didn't eat them before they found out they were celiac. And then there's also the
every hand you've touched has had a dick in it.
Probably. Unless they're a lesbian, then they probably haven't had a dick in it.
Gold star lesbians exist.
Purebred lesbians.
I'm a pure vampire. Pure blood.
Son, you're half Viltrumite. Our blood is so pure, you might as well be a Viltrumite.
Stop! I can't. No, I got no warning. That's why I was like, hey, watch this. It's really fun. And I was having a great time. And then it was Hitler.
And then the end of the first episode, and you're like, what the fuck did I just watch?
It wasn't even that, because he was like, it's just really bloody and gory. And I was like, hell yeah, I love me some good graphic violence. And, bro, I was fine with the violence. What the hell? It's Hitler.
I actually sort of feel bad for Nolan. I mean, yeah, he did some bad things, but when it comes down to it, it's because he's trying to fight his programming.
Yeah.
His entire race is basically completely wiped out all emotions.
Yeah.
And so going to Earth,
Have
he
you seen
learned
them?
what emotions were.
They have pictures of actual Nazi soldiers crying at their own actions, you know. So I'm not saying like they were the bad people, but they did the bad shit. Oh, buddy. So yeah, I feel bad for him, but also you're a Nazi.
I think the word Nazi's been thrown around way too much. Why don't we call him? We could always just say that he was an Alexandrian. Because if you really think about it, Alexander the Great did worse than what Hitler did. He took over more territory than Hitler ever did.
It wasn't for seeking the purity of the race, it was just because he was a greedy fuck.
Yeah, but he still conquered everybody.
Yeah, but he was a greedy fuck of a conqueror.
He actually thought he was a god. That's what
The Lulu fuckers have always existed.
it was actually because of his upbringing. They brought him up with all the best everything, including teachers. So it was because of his upbringing that he thought that he was a god.
Everyone loves a good brainwashing.
Dude, I always think of Igor when everybody says that.
Of what?
You're brainwashed.
Oh my god, I miss Igor. Oh, I should watch that. So alright.
So you must be Princess Peach.
I'm in disguise right now.
Ah, that way you don't get kidnapped? Okay.
Gotta keep an eye for Bowser. I saw one of them already.
Listen, there's some weird sex games that they have going on. It can't be happening this long without it being consensual.
Well, you never know. Works for some people.
I ain't judging. I'm a little judgy.
I judge, just not always externally.
No, we listen and we don't judge. No, fuck that. First of all, I don't listen. Secondly, I do judge.
That's all right, because I do it one up. I listen and I judge. Hello.
Hi.
Haven't you been here the past 3 days? Oh. I remember the elaborate outfit.
That's also a very fun topic.
Who is it?
Oh yeah, but I also there has been a few of them around here, but I also remember her face too.
People are cosplaying your face. It sucks. Bro, your face isn't getting better. I remember faces better than I remember names. Tell me your name, I'm screwed.
That's how I am.
It's like a lot because you can't remember faces.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more of Robin. I'm surprised I haven't seen more people cosplaying as Robin. Yeah.
What?
No, Robin from One Piece.
Like enemy.
Nico Robin?
Yep.
Oh man.
I don't know
I've-
that dish.
So far, I've only seen, I think, 2 people cosplay as her.
Oh, redhead, right?
Huh?
Redhead?
No, the other one. Black-haired lady. She's the one that is always like crossing her arms and hands and stuff up here. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch Invincible. Not the anime itself.
So good.
The,
It's the super bloody superhero thing that's on Prime that I'm gonna get you to watch. Yeah.
it's a
That's not an anime, that's a cartoon.
it's an anime as far as I'm concerned. The app I use doesn't have it, or else I'd watch it. So all else I've been able to do is watch other people react to it.
Yeah, I think it's a Prime special.
Oh, is it?
I could be wrong, but I think so, yeah.
I just know it's a superhero show done right. That's the way it should be done, because if you really think about it, if you're going to be a superhero, there's going to be a lot of blood and gore.
Boys too.
Oh,
The Boys?
is good.
I haven't seen that.
They're both on my list.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Super good. It also goes along with Gen V. They are in the same universe. I'm excited.
Isn't that the one with the asshole Russian girl that I like?
I have to say though, my favorite character in Invincible is probably Alan. So my favorite character in Invincible is probably Alan. He's the alien that came to fight.
Alan. Yep. No,
Alan. He's probably my favorite, and then the second would be the mom.
Dude, she is such a fucking badass.
She's the foundation keeping them together. 47.
Hi, Ducky friend.
Another purple one?
The green one.
You can't smoke it.
Why aren't you putting that? Where's yours?
Mine's not as smooth as his.
And?
It won't stick.
I have super glue.
Huh?
I have super glue. I saw it. There's Velcro on his.
Yeah, but it still has to be able to stick to something.
I got super glue. It'll stick whether
Safety
you
pin.
want it to or not.
Wait, I have double-sided tape.
What about safety pin?
Ow!
It only hurts when it first happens. That and when somebody goes to pull on it.
Oh my god, I could have been doing this the whole time. Wow.
Goodness.
I'm supposed to be crocheting, but I'm seriously so sick of crocheting.
Hey, don't worry. I'm supposed to be drawing on my maps, but I didn't bring my drawing stuff, so I'm just doodling. At least you're doing something productive. Hello. Bagi paling kontar kan dia hutan tiada Hello.
Hello. Like it makes it so everything that's carbonated is spicy. Huh?
So you guys travel around to different anime conventions or something?
I have to stay in Utah because I don't drive, so I depend on my friends to drive for me.
This is the first actual convention I've done.
She's a baby. I am just a baby. Mostly I do a local pumpkin patch,
Oh.
which is why I'm so fantastic at my Halloween life.
I was just curious. I wasn't sure.
Why'd you let me drive?
I'm not supposed to do that.
You're not the boss of the magic business. Freaking men.
Hey, it affects me too, okay?
Freaking men.
Sort of like the meme where it's two guys standing in an office going, women. In this case, it's men.
It's all my favorite nail.
It's fucking cold today.
You think it's cold?
Yes.
At least it's not hot like it is outside.
I'm freezing.
That's when you crochet yourself a shawl.
I'm gonna crochet a fuck to give.
Oh my gosh, we should do that in summer. Yeah,
Oh, like little ones.
yeah.
I'm doing that. Absolutely.
I already have little wooden F balls. Yeah, go. It's not free yet, so go.
Well, since my live stream has basically been dead for the past hour, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. So, if anybody's actually managed to make it this far, I applaud your patience and your, I think the word would be self-masochism, sadomasochism. Anyways, hope you guys have a good day. Goodbye.